All right, welcome back, everyone. We've got another RNG operations video here today. We are 3-1 in the operation altogether now. After beating Lyra in the last episode, we are once again playing him. We did run it back a second time in the same session. So we will see if the circumstances do change and if RNG is actually in our favor here. So stay tuned. So with this one, looks like we are on Ballsburg Swamp. Believe it or not, it used to be a 2v2 map. I like that as a 2v2 map, but it is now primarily a 1v1 map. We rolled allies, and as you can see, it is the defensive doctrine for the Soviets, which I hate. We got two defensive doctrines back to back in the same night against Lyra. The UK one is actually pretty good, I think. Soviets, I just, there's no point in playing it. Hardly ever played it, like I mentioned here. And unlike Lemley's, I would actually prefer Lemley's. I think this doctrine is just absolutely worthless. There is nothing good to take. I mean, you've got the SU-100, you've got the rockets, the caddy truck in tier 2, and then you've got heavy artillery. Heavy artillery in tier 3 doesn't really do you much in a 1 versus 1, and even in a team game I wouldn't take it because I think it's absolute shit. That's my preference. I know there are some others that feel significantly different about that, but no cap, I think it's terrible. I'll hardly ever play heavy arty, as you guys have seen in most videos. I'm going to try to work them in here and there just to kind of prove my point, but yeah, so say less. But we make it out to the middle. We went with a engineer squad, which is technically like the best squad we could have gotten other than a recon squad. We could have gone with conscripts, but we sent the recon out to the southwest to get there quicker and as quick as possible, just to get that cap going. Engineers are getting pretty much obliterated in the center here. We do have one guy that is hopefully building sandbags just to give us some cover moving into the point. Looks like he rolled Brits, which, depending on what he rolled, because he went full random as well, this could be good, could be bad. I mean, pretty much all the British doctrines are good either way, I would think. Definitely better than what we got here. I mean, look at his map coverage right now. He's got guys in center, guys pushing the south already. He's got guys on the northeast pushing well into kind of my spawn. Well, he's not in my spawn area yet, but he's encroaching on kind of the halfway point to kind of make that push into it. We did call in a reinforcement rifle squad out to the center. So they are there right now. But we're still getting kind of obliterated. And it looks like he just got reinforcements into the center as well. Thankfully, these guys, usually, actually, I'll say the recon squads in some of the Soviet doctrines have all PPSHs and one rifle. Defensive is the opposite. It's all rifles, one SMG, so that sucks. We're able to deal with kind of the guys on the right. We do call in a Marine squad to get out kind of to the center. And this engineer, Pioneer, I guess, has a satchel that I try to get off, and he just gets them. I wanted to blow up that building, take out those windows and that hard cover, but he did just see it. So lucky him dealing with that. And now we've got a big push coming this way. It looks like two sections, maybe a section split into two groups. Try to get a nade off on that left group. And we just take out the Bren gunner there. Try to get that guy through the wooden fence, but we're unable to. I don't really have infantry that's going to get out here quick. We call in a recon and then a BA-64. The BA-64 is going to be my mobile MG. I've been using them a lot more lately. Pretty effective at getting out quick, getting over to points quick enough, and obviously good for harassment on certain things as well. So that'll get out here along with the recon to reinforce, but looks like he is going to get in and potentially start decapping this. And the only thing we've been able to do so far in the middle is just play for time. Maybe we can do something in tier 1. Although I don't think I'm going to end up taking, like, the engineer squad. There's really no point in taking them. I think we get a field howitzer, like a light AT field howitzer. So might end up grabbing that with tier 1. I think there's also a AA gun. So go with the AA gun or that light Howie, depending on what comes up. But I've neglected the left side long enough. We're going to get a couple riflemen out here just into kind of these prepared defensive positions. Just to make sure there's no one sneaking up further into my back lines. And with these recon guys in the BA-64, we're just going to take advantage and clear off this point. Yeah, looks like we do get an AA and 76 mil. So we'll grab the 76 mil. I figured that's probably the best thing for kind of dealing with... he's not dug in, but the infantry that's kind of pushed into that point. And he's far up here. He's got guys that are dug in right up on these kind of entrenchments. So he was taking advantage of our kind of mediocre presence on that left side. Got another sapper here that I'm going to move him over to the far right, kind of over to that island, just to start making some positions there if possible. Looks like he is the offensive doctrine, considering he's got the Crusader Mark III AA. That thing might be a little annoying. And he's also going to have a Challenger, so... Or you could go with a Challenger, you could go with an AVRE, with a Croc. A lot of potential issues there. So I was trying to get some of these sappers to be able to throw their TNT. We're just getting gunned down, though, as we try to get up here. Oh, damn. Yet again. This guy doesn't have one, unfortunately. We're the only guys to not have one. Now I'm trying to pick up the one that was dropped. Got guys everywhere. Oh, we get dropped before we can get that again. We'll get this guy building some sandbags. Kind of in a line just to get some cover and flanking fire on that little island in the swamp. Man, I know he had a guy in that foxhole, which I don't think we killed, so we're going to make sure we do kill him. Well, the 76 mil is up, so we can at least get some fire into the center here. And we are neutralizing it at the very least, so as that guy goes hand to hand with that guy in the foxhole, I knew he was still there. Looks like he does have more guys coming into this point, though. But we'll grab some assault engineers, which are always beneficial to have with their body armor, BPSHs, and higher cap weight. And we're going to smoke out the approach to this building, because we got to blow this thing up, man. We got to get these guys out of this building, which the 76 mil could do, but I'd rather just TNT it. And we are able to get it off just before he dies, so thankfully they should be gone. Yep, I'd have the same reaction as we do obliterate the front side of the building, which is kind of nice for us because now we can kind of rush in there. See if we can get some of these assault engineers in. We're gonna move over the T-20 and the 76 mil kind of behind this road because he is making a push from the northeast. And we'll try to flip this cap if we can. Looks like we will be able to. We're gonna move over the 76 mil slightly, and we're gonna make sure that we get some guys in this building. So he called in a half track. I believe that has guys in it. So it's likely a MP infantry call-in, because the offensive doctrine does have the half-track spawn-ins. We got a couple more guys out on the left. We only have one guy kind of watching. And we do get the 76 mil in range to fire at the half-track. It's an okay hit. Not enough to do damage fully. Second shot does take it out, though. And we're going to smoke out in front, because I think we can get to that Crusader AA if he doesn't move back far. We're going to risk it either way, because if we can take out the Crusader, this is going to be huge for us. Pathing wants to go around that little pine tree, but we can clearly clip right through it. The Crusader's actually stopped moving. So we just got to get one lucky shot, and we do. First shot takes out 2 of the crew. Second shot overshoots. Was thinking about getting a T20. Not T20, T70. Crusader AA is now gone. We've pulled out of there. And we're going to just get an AT rifle section with 3 AT rifles. There's a Stag Hound out on the field. Not CS variant at the very least, but I think we could do some kind of counter light vehicle play as needed. Our recons were far enough to be able to see him coming back over this way, potentially for another push, which is great to see. He's diversifying where he's pushing, which is keeping me reacting everywhere all at once. And we're not really doing any pushing at the moment. We're just kind of fighting for our lives in the center. Especially because our infantry, for the most part, sucks. Staghound is moving up. I just briefly saw. I'm trying to get the AT rifles on it. For some reason, they're not shooting. It looks like he's actually going for the 76 mil. Oh, he actually hit us. 76 mil is also going for him, but missing. The AT rifles are doing nothing, so we're going to try to use the PTRS here. And the RNG is not in our favor with these things, as one of the guys dies. Looks like he's doing heavy damage to our AT gun, our 76 mil. Still up at the very least. Looks like maybe one guy left. Man, that's gone. So that's unfortunate. Staghound takes us out. Go with a KV-1S and a couple, but we'll pull out a T-34 1943. I think this is usually a good counter for the first couple light vehicles that you may end up seeing. It's a little unorthodox, obviously, Soviets versus UK. Should have probably called that out in the first place, but you know, we've got a little Cold War gone hot here action, if we want to call it that. So he's running with the Staghound. Managed to hit him, so I believe he might be engined on that shot based on the smoke. Second shot does hole break him, so he is down. We'll try to finish him off so he doesn't repair here. And we do set him on fire. This T-34 should also be able to go head-to-head, plus some with the Crusader AA if that decides to rear its head. But come minute and a half or so from now, when the Challenger comes out, if he does go with that first, that will be a problem. So that guy's going to outrange us and likely take us out easily. We're doing a little grenade war here, trying to clear the right side of that building. So he's got some guys. We'll even throw a satchel charge. It's going to blow up the wall, which would probably be a bad thing for us, but might as well. Trying to get rid of as much of the cover as possible might be a good thing. Then he's got nothing to really push in on other than kind of the left side of the point now. Do have a plane coming in. It should be a recon plane, I believe. And it is. We do have a recon plane out. We'll pull up a Dishka truck, see if that can take it out. As our T-34 kills the guy in the point. Crusader AA is on the map. You can see it. He's not moving. And we overshoot there. I'm praying he hasn't moved. He's still in range. Ah, but he does move. So we shoot. Waste that shot. So we'll back off. T-20 is going to roll up. I'd like to kind of lose it. Because we're kind of CP capped here. And I'd like to get more infantry. I don't really like the T-20. I think it's another kind of useless thing at this point. And we are at tier 2. So like I was saying, we got the BM8. I believe we have a 95 mil AA gun that could be used as AT. So we might have to end up going with that if we see like the ABRE. T-20 actually crushes these wood logs and actually kills 2 guys there. It gets another one. It's got a bunch of guys laying around. I guess none of these guys really have AT grenades. Oh, we kind of run over a couple of them. T-20 is actually kind of the hero of the Soviet Union right now, man. Take back what I said. But we do see a heavy tank. The Crusader AA takes the T-20 out. And it is the ABRE, so I don't think we're going to be able to pen with the T-34. Checking the it's actually an 85 mil. Looks like range. Yeah, we probably need to go that to actually be able to pen them. So looks like it will be the 85 mil that we will end up going with. We've surprisingly been able to get the center under kind of lockdown with just a few guys. He really hasn't been able to get much in there right now. Although he is now decapping us as soon as I say that. But we do have the Disco truck in, and most of his cover is gone. He's got very, very minimal cover, whereas we do have a little bit still, for the most part. Trying to see if there was anyone that could replenish the DP-27 guy. There's no one. And with this engineer sapper, we'll build some more sandbags. And we'll just kind of spread these guys out as the ABRE now comes to town. That is going to be a bit of a problem if we clump. So I'm going to try to smoke. That ABRE with the spigot is going to absolutely destroy most of our cover now. Unless we get lucky that that one is just short. Only getting one guy. I'm desperately trying to get these guys up and into the point, smoking out to provide any cover I can. Next, the next one comes in and sends one of them cartwheeling. Trying to go at him with the T-34 while we wait for this 85 mil to come in. And I'm going to try to see if I can maybe get a side shot. Maybe we get lucky and they're able to pen the side. If we can track them, then we can certainly move elsewhere, which would be good at the very least. We are firing through a tree, though. We may have tracked them, though. As we can also hit the Crusader AA in the back. Trying to see if I can get the turret. We'll jump back and forth between the two. If we can take out the Crusader AA, that's going to be huge, and we do there. Pulling out some more guards, Marines, to get them up in front of the 85 mil, because this thing is heavily exposed right now. We're bouncing, and I see off the corner of my eye in the mini-map, a bunch of guys are now running towards it, and a lucky Piat hits just in front of the truck to actually take it out. Thank God we started backing up, because that thing would have nailed us otherwise. The guards are here, though, and we're able to gun him down. And thankfully, we do have the Dishka truck right around the corner to actually just pick it up. So we can get that thing out of the way. And we did call in another BA-64, and now we're going to make our push. he pulled some guys off to come at us. So I figured now was kind of the time, considering those guys would have otherwise just been dug in foxholes. So we're going to try to push some of the Marines kind of in between the 2 points to cut off any advance. The rest of the guys, along with the BA-64, are going to make a dash for the point and try to clear it and start decapping it. We're going to move up the 85 mil. We kind of keep going for the AVRE, and we do get, looks like, the tank commander on that shot. So we are doing some damage. He's been able to retake the center, and we're starting to pull back in terms of points, but we do flip his home point now. The BA-64 and the 3 Marines. Looks like he does have another squad coming, although they are a little behind here. And we're going to try to get these other guys up to the point to help reinforce it. Looks like the AVRE is still tracked. I think I saw there in the smoke. Unable to pen the turret from here. We got a little bit more time, but he might be close to calling in something. I believe the T-34 is out of AP, although he wouldn't have penned anyway. But we're going to try to get boys into the point now that he's distracted and trying to make a push on his home point again. Move some of them up a little further. We're going to move back the BA-64. Especially because there's a Piat guy behind that log pile. Cheap unit that we can certainly lose, but I'd rather not lose it immediately. There is a medium coming out. We're going to move over the T-34 to that point, or to the back side of the point to help, and I do see it as the Challenger off in the distance. So we did go heavy with Tier 2 between the Challenger and the AVRE. This guy does have a Faust up there, but we also have the 85 mil. He's going for the BA-64, which we moved back. I'm going to smoke out here. There's also a Piat we could try to get, but there's a guy there, unfortunately. All of our guys on our home point have somehow died. I don't even know how that happened. We do have the BA-64 there, though, as the other BA-64 does die to the Challenger in the kill feed. We're moving up the 85 mil. And we do get a nice shot on it to start. So we took out 3 of the crew. Next shot does take it out completely. Sets it on fire, I believe, there. And the T-34 is going, I believe, heat rounds onto the Churchill. But we also have a nice side shot. Yeah, I got just a little bit too close probably to the 85 mil here with our range. He was trying to support though, so I can't fault him for losing the Challenger. But yeah, even though we're having really good success with it, I still hate it. The AVRE is back up in terms of the spigot. Still stuck, but spigot is back up. We're going to move the 85 mil and the Dishka up. We're going to try to get a true side shot there. We're going to move in another BA-64. Mobile MG. To this point to help reinforce. Thankfully, we'd sent some Marines out to that far right point to the west. And we do have guys there when he makes his push. So we might be able to get a nice nade there. Ooh, as we do. A fantastic grenade. Gets 4, 5 there. 4. Looks like the 85 mil is actually out of HE, unfortunately. Right as we get into position for a side shot. So we're going to move him back around to the ammo truck we'd called in. Try to get some ammo in him. But we do have a 3 cap. He's got to take one of these points as he does call in. I believe that's an Achilles chasing us down. Holding left shift while direct controlling to get that speed here. And we're going to dismount the gun within range of the ammo truck here. We'll make sure we're just getting the ammo. I think the Achilles was probably a desperate buy, but I don't think it was obviously a smart one, as the game does roll through here, and this will likely finish it off. So good game from us, utilizing a pretty bad doctrine, in my opinion. Again, I don't like it, but we somehow managed to squeak a victory away from offensive UK, which is a pretty tough one altogether. So with that, we will move over to 4-1 in the RNG operations. We've been able to string together a nice 3-win streak here. So stay tuned for more action. We'll be back with more soon. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.